All right, we good?
We are
Hi,
good.
we are Roll for Bowl. Hello, everybody. We are a D&D actual play live stream. We've been doing this over a year now. It's like a year and a half at this point, or something
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Yep.
It is crazy pants. All right. Hi, I am your DM, Ben Competence. Name very well earned. There's a backstory there. These are our Dragonlords. You can say hi, Dragonlords.
Hi,
Hi,
Dragonlords.
Dragonlords.
Wonderful. We do a D&D live stream of Odyssey of the Dragonlords, which is a story set in Greek mythological, in a Greek mythology inspired AU alternate setting. And our heroes. How do you condense 525,600 minutes? Okay, so basically, our heroes have been chosen by destiny to fight off the Titans, who in how many days? 51 days will be unbound from the magic that prevents them from destroying many of the peoples on the continent of Thylia. The heroes have been questing far and wide for resources, knowledge, wisdom, etc., to help them fight the Titans. This has led them to an island of Amazons, where negotiations went very well for those of you that like action movies. And we are on our second round of combat in 2 hours, I believe. Tammy's mom, hello. Just a reminder, if you're watching the stream, we encourage people to talk to us during the stream. You're welcome to give ideas, chat, give feedback. Just don't be a dick. You can even use your channel points to give boosts to the heroes. Those that have been here a while have known that the advice the audience has given and the boosts they have given have actually saved the heroes from really bad situations. So don't be afraid to get involved. You don't have to, but like if you're like, oh, should I say something? You should. They would appreciate it.
No thoughts, brain empty.
Yeah, pretty much. They're wonderful heroes, but I'm throwing a lot at them this session. So we're gonna roll in with the introductions. Each of them will introduce themselves, their character, and I asked them before the session to come up with a person that had an impact on their character's life before the story began. The first person I rolled was Tammy. Tammy, would you mind introducing yourself?
I am Tammy. I play Kiki, the Triton barbarian fighter. It's been
we took a week off. Yeah, it has.
It feels very long since we did this. Daughter of Pythor, so technically a demigoddess, but she only brings that up when it actually will give us something, hopefully good. And let's see, what was the actual wording that we have to get? Somebody that would have been who had a meaningful impact on my character from before our adventure began. I would have to say that due to lack of parents from an early age, when Kiki was in the military for the last few years and she kept coming back to like the local hospital, let's say there was this one local woman who was the healer there, and she just kept talking to me every time I'd go there, and just kind of like a motherly figure that really had an impact on Kiki. Finally, she grew the balls to leave the military and go in search of her own life, her own destiny, things she wanted to do, things that she never would have imagined was out there beyond following orders. So we'll say that she was a great impact on Kiki.
I love this. This is excellent. Next up, Jen.
Oh, okay. Hi, guys. I am Jen. I play Crayrin, the Wood Elf monk. Pow! Okay. Somebody impactful from my past, eh? I would say that growing up, Cray would love to just go out into the forest alone and, find a place to just chill out. And in one of his adventures chilling away from the village, he met someone also just wanting to find peace away from their own village. And it's more like a bro, like, hey, was up, like
I love
looking at
this.
each other from like another tree. And then one day
Mhm.
we decided to actually talk and realize that we weren't all that different. We were just, two bros chilling out away from the village and just
I love this.
hanging out. And then
Like a
when he
bunch of
left,
squirrels in a tree.
yeah, like a bunch of squirrels in a tree. I mean, come on now, how squirrely can we get here?
That's nuts.
That's crazy nuts. So,
Quickly.
segue. So yeah, so basically what happened. And when I left to go to Mitros, I lost track. Don't know what happened to him.
Reed referenced Ron Swanson in Parks and Rec, his best friend. He said, I had a close friend who we would sit and not talk to each other for hours. Greatest friend I ever had. We still never talk sometimes. And is going through my head with that.
Yeah, that's pretty
I
much
love
it. Yeah, so for
Mhm.
some reason we just saw each other in a tree and we're like, sup. That's it.
Tree buddies.
Yeah.
But you said segue. We segued. No, we didn't. We squirreled. I got off
Uh-huh.
topic.
That's cool. I like this. You branched out. So the
Oh,
next one I'm gonna
Please leave,
go.
please leave
Allie?
that alone.
Oh, I
I'm
love
not
this.
going to answer because you guys are out of control.
Allie, it is up to you.
All right, I'm Allie. My character's name is Callista. She's a satyr bardlock, and someone from her past who had an impact on her was so after Callista's family disappeared and she kind of lost all memory of them, she kind of wandered around the steppes for a while before she came across a herd of centaurs who took her in for a little bit. And in that group was a younger male centaur named Paramedes. And he is the one, they almost had like a sibling sort of relationship for a while. So like Callista learned how to play music from her family, but Paramedes is the one who got her into storytelling.
Ooh, I like this. And last one, Reed.
I was kind of hoping he would be the healer, and then he'd be the centaur for disease control.
How dare you? You start with disadvantage this session.
How dare you?
Oh yeah, he's out of control.
CDC indeed.
I am the human wizard Euphemian, and also paladin as of recently. And I think one of the people that would have had a fair amount of impact on Euphemian would have been Professor Lysander, who was at the university and was just sort of one of the first real supportive role model type people that he would have been able to encounter.
I love this.
Yeah, because, most of his early life was largely bereft of that.
This is good. Okay, we have our introductions. We're under 20 minutes for our opening this time. That feels like efficiency. So our heroes. Yeah. So our heroes have run afoul of the Queen of the Amazons, Thessalia, who, enraged, has removed her crown, revealing the snakes crowning her head as in her Medusa form. The players can see that we have a chat, that we have a tabletop that we use to track combat. At this point, I will remove the fake token I've been using for Thessalia, and I will replace it with the correct one. That's right, that's what I was doing. As we have the Medusa here and her hit gauge, she has taken damage. You can see that tiny, tiny sliver at the top is the damage that she took. They've also upset the Amazon warriors that were backing her up, which Reed has cast ice on, as well as Dingrin, a former member of their sailing crew, whose services were up for hire, and the Amazons bid higher. To condense a lot of arguing. So we're going to jump right into combat with this. Also, they have a talking squirrel friend, but honestly, there's so much going on that isn't even the main thing. Does anybody have any notes before we enter action? Go ahead.
I would like to say to retcon that after our first battle with the basilisks, that Kiki cut off one of the heads of the basilisks, and I currently have it in my bag of holding with intention to use it in my shield when the opportunity presents itself. So up to this moment, Kiki just has it in her bag.
Absolutely. We have guest stars. We have a new function. We should probably have guest stars on at some point. Also, I should not pitch that mid-session. But yes, take your basilisk head.
That's the guest star.
What's that?
The guest star is the basilisk head.
Oh yes, absolutely. So Reed, you said, are they restrained? Do they have no movement, or are they hindered?
They have no movement, but they are able to attack. They are able to do other things. They just can't move. Their movement is set to 0.
How dare you? It's rude, is what it is. So, without further ado, and those of you that know Rocky Horror saying ado, we shall jump in. Let's get into some violence.
Yeah, violence.
And Reed, hit me up about the music later, because I think as mercy for everybody, I added a lot more of the music to the combat list. So there'll be a little bit more variety. I think that's what everybody deserves. Let me just adjust some audio here.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like it.
Saucy, right?
Oh, that's hilarious.
Battle begins. And the Queen Thessalia has removed her crown, and you see all of the snakes around her head hissing and snapping and biting in every direction, waiting for a chance to move forward, to get closer to you, which will happen in time. But for now, one of the Amazons, one of the Amazons on the left, we're going to say she's an elf, immediately sees the ice, and enraged, she can't hurt the book, can she?
No. The book
I figured
it is intangible.
She reaches to her back. These the Amazons here have a lot more different weapons equipped. Basically, they were in anticipation of protecting their queen. Pulls a javelin off her back and throws it straight and true right towards Kiki. Kiki, you would be able to, from a distance and just with your reflexes, be able to block this, immediately deflecting this, and the javelin falls to the ground. Let me see what else they can do. What was the name of the Binding Ice? Okay, don't do this to me. Website. I'm gonna say, yeah, that'll be their entire action, is to throw that. Or, I'm gonna give them a second javelin, because why not? That feels fun. Throwing this in your direction. Flying, and this one actually is their last javelin. They don't have 3. That's what the captain had. The second one flies at you. This one actually does hit, doing 9 piercing damage. This one strikes into your shoulder. They're taking both their javelins, throwing them. Now they have just their short swords, and I shall mark them as unarmed in that regard. Hitting Kiki for 9 points of damage. This next Amazon, who we're going to describe as a taller, gruffer satyr, is going to... I think she is going to turn to the first one and say something to her in Amazonian that none of you would understand. The first one looks at her kind of shocked and confused, and the satyr just sort of rolls her eyes, pulls out her sword, and starts hacking at the ice. and I'm going to remove the hindered status, the hindered status for the first one. Basically using an action to destroy the ice. Allowing people to fill in the thoughts there on what was possibly said in that exchange. Fatima, hello, you're here early. Dingrin.
Fuck that bitch. I hope she dies.
So on her turn, that bitch will. Let's see. Rolling dice. She's gonna walk. She wasn't. Oh no, she is hindered. That's right. Oh, damn it. Okay, so she's hindered. She's gonna look at the other Amazon and just go, and the second Amazon will go. All right, take her sword and just start breaking the ice on the other one's leg to free her, and she says, "All right," and gestures down, pointing down like a woman. A few words points down and like, "Okay, now my turn," and the satyr just says, "We'll see." This Amazonian warrior here, who we're gonna say is, I'm gonna say she's a dwarf, is going to run towards Callista. And that's 5, 10, 15 feet. She is going to just take her sword and just start spinning and slashing with this thing to try and cut you down. Her first roll is a 16. Does a 16 hit you?
It's my armor class.
All right, so that hits you. And so she slashes at you for 8 points of, 8 points of, well, it says piercing damage. So I guess she runs you through. She has 8 piercing damage. Her second one, she rolls a nat 1, misses. If you want to describe how you block that, if you want to.
I want to say that after she stabs me, I just like am now on my guard because I've been staring at Dengrin this whole time. So instead of me blocking her, I just kind of like lean out of the way.
Perfect. And she looks at you almost like offended, like you. She doesn't say it, but she's also looking at you like you're not a warrior. I'm the warrior. And you just leaned out of the way, like she's like, that's not how that was supposed to go. I would say another elf is going to. I'm going to roll to see who they're going for. Oh no, wait, they got nobody. Yeah, they only got the one option. Oh shit. I can't do that. The one that attacked you was hindered. So I can't do that for her. Stats are the same for the javelin, so I'm going to do that with the javelin, but she's out of javelin weapons now, and that was her turn. The stats are actually the same for both of them. And the other Amazon, an elf, will cut her out of the ice.
Work.
Yeah. Thessalia, the Medusa Queen. Fatima, thank you for the subscription, you beautiful soul. Thessalia, the Medusa Queen. On her turn, let me pull up what I got for you. Let me pull up a picture of her, by the way, or of I guess it's a picture of Medusa's, but you'll see. Do I have it for you? I don't think I have a picture of her specifically. Interesting. I'll have to grab one for you. On her turn, she reaches under her robe to the side of her robe where a pocket would be, and she lifts up her hand and she unfurls her hand, and you see this little golden ball of a thing unfurl into one of the golden mechanical bird-like creatures you saw for almost like a hummingbird. fly, zip around her head, zip down, or no, just zip around her head. You see when it unfurls, it's holding on a very small vial of something red. And it enters play and floats around her, and we're going to enter an emerald stimfay. Small, golden metallic birds. This one is an emerald stimfay because its eyes are made of emeralds. As it floats around her. Let me see. On her turn, she looks at it and smiles. And then slashes once at Kiki, once at Euphemian, and once at Crayorin. And we'll do these one at a time. Because for Kiki, she slashes with the sword and does 15. I assume that misses.
I believe you're right, but let me just get back to my other window.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, 19.
She slashes and you block that handily. She swings towards Euphemian. Euphemian, it does not matter what you roll because she crit.
Oh, man.
As she slashes and cuts you down deep across the chest, leaning over towards you. And I'm going to roll for damage right now and put the dice on the screen. As she does 7 points of piercing damage to you.
Oof.
Could
have been a lot worse.
It could definitely have been a lot worse. Let me set the dice to a different color. Let me set them to a more sickly green. And then for her last attack of the turn, she leans down towards Euphemian as she attacks, and then as she does, with a watchful eye on everything that's happening, you notice that before she even leans over, her snakes move and start hissing and biting as she leans towards you, and all of the snakes start biting and snapping at you, trying to sink into your shoulders and trying to sink your shoulders and your face as you weave back quickly. As she rolls a 12 for this attack, you see small poison dripping from each of their fangs. It is the start of your turn. If you want to do your turn, if you want, you can close your eyes now until the start of your next turn. And then you have all the disadvantages of being blind, mechanically. Or you can risk staring at her eyes.
No, I think I know what being with my aunt long enough. I know what's happening here. So I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to try to punch her at disadvantage.
Excellent. Bree, thank you. Hello, hi. Thank you for the gift. That's so kind of you. You're so wonderful. Yeah, punch that Medusa.
Yeah, punch that. Never mind, I'll just keep my mouth shut because I'll probably get banned if I continue with that. So
I think you can use that word. I'm not going to use that word. Unless it's for comedic timing.
But anyway, okay. Let's see if this works. I don't know.
It's Thylia's favorite game show. Punch that Medusa.
Okay, I'm just gonna do it.
I could physically hear you bail out on that because yeah.
Yeah. Punch that. Never mind. Anyways, I'm just gonna do it that way. So
14 and 13. 13 misses.
13 misses.
As you're swinging it true, and you just feel it stop, and you just hear this with your eyes closed. You hear this sort of contemptuous scoff at you fighting with your eyes closed.
You know what? I'm just gonna do it again because I have 2 attacks now. Yeah. I'm gonna do it twice. Let's see if it'll do it twice.
12. You swing it, 12. And yeah. So with the second one you swing, she blocks that one as well, and just you hear her hiss. You're fighting the Queen of the Amazons. And then she says this, when she says Amazons, you hear the snake's hiss underlining what she's saying.
Yeah. Doesn't
Anything
matter.
else you got for your turn?
Yeah. Let me try doing flurry of blows. I gotta try to hit her, man.
She's a theatrical piece of work.
All right, so using my flurry of blows. Ah, fuck me. 9. It gets worse and worse, guys.
Yeah, as you're just struggling to land a hit, I'm gonna say it's hard to fight blind when this person has like 10 people on their head. So it's very disorienting.
Okay, one last one. This is it for my flurry of blows. At least one should hit, I hope. This is it. I can't do stunning strike if I don't hit.
It is not it. None of them hit.
Ah, son of a bitch. Okay, that's it for my turn. I don't think I can do anything else, so that's it.
Callista, do you want to close your eyes or you want to make the roll?
I think I'm gonna make the roll.
Oh my
she
God.
turns as you even begin to move, as one does. She immediately pivots to you, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. It would help if I had my stats, wouldn't it? Okay. 16.
16. What was it? You look at her and pull in deep into your resolve and continue your turn. As she looks at you almost like as a hunter conducting their work. Continue.
Okay, so I have a question. If I were to make a 20-foot cube, could I start it halfway through a square so that I could get all of these ladies?
Yeah, why wouldn't you just put it all on them completely?
Because if I start it on the outside of the boxes, it's 25.
Oh, you want to nudge it. No.
No? Okay. Then
No.
I'm just gonna focus. So Callista, hears it happen over there, like the hissing and the "you're fighting the Queen of the Amazons," and kind of glances over, and then kind of shakes her head and focuses back on Dengrin. And she shakes her hands, and then I'm gonna cast Nithair's Mischief in a 20 by 20 cube, starting here to there, and actually, can I draw a cube? I can, right?
You can. Let me just. I assume you're going for this. Is that about right?
No, I want to do up here.
Oh, you want? Okay, yeah, I can. Okay, that works for me. So you cast it. What does Nithair's Mischief look like for you? I guess you want to roll the die before you do that.
Do I roll the die right now? Sorry, it's been a minute since I've cast this spell. Okay, so it's a D4. We're gonna roll it. 4. So, just a big cube of molasses drops just appear in the air, and Callista's gonna say, you could try being a little sweeter. And then
Dengrin's gonna say no, thank you.
Fuck you. You can't let me.
I
have
love having
one.
a character with anti-charisma. It's so much fun.
I was gonna say something about rum, but oh well.
And then so now I've got that one going, and I'm going to then use my bonus action to I believe, let me see really quickly. I can't remember. Did we get a long rest or a short rest?
Short rest.
Okay.
Did you already calculate it?
Huh? No,
Did you already
no.
click?
I was just checking to see if how much bardic I had. I wanted it in anyway. I'm gonna throw a bardic at Crayrin. And I am just gonna say, Hey, Cray, I know your aunt would want you to do a little better than that. I think you could do it. Yeah, you can just step it up a little.
He's inspired, but also a little disappointed in himself.
And then with that, I am indeed going to take a. Oop, I'm drawing. Sorry. This one. I'm going to just take a quick little steppy poo back.
A steppy
Just
poo.
a little further from the Amazon. Well, nope, I'm staying put. I'm just focused on Dengren. I'm not moving.
I'm gonna set a timer on you for your Nathir's Mischief since it lasts for 10 turns. I'm gonna put a timer on your phone because it just occurred to me to do.
I'm also gonna throw down my D10 like I do.
Let's see. Did you guys ever get? Oh yeah, you got the name of the squirrel. I use that name a lot. I don't even know why. I think it actually is his canonical name in this book, which is crazy in context.
Harkus.
Harkus is going to chitter in Praerin's ear for a second, almost waiting for an answer. Just and just sort of like that, as if that was a question.
Do what you can, little buddy.
Harkus is going to just jump and start crawling. You know, like when squirrels climb up trees? Start climbing rapidly around Thessalia, trying to distract her, giving you guys the help action
Kiki.
to the next person that would attack Thessalia, which I'm going to put him right here. I don't know how to shrink that token on the fly, but he's small. He's small.
Little buddy.
What's that?
He's a little buddy.
Yeah.
Can I jump in for a second and just clarify that? I mean, I feel like just unless specified otherwise, my bardic is the advantage on death saves.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you get different types of bardic.
I have to
forgot
specify when I give it, so that's the one you have now, Jen.
I remember you telling me that whenever that goes on me, that's the only one you're giving me. So
yeah, nothing else.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Hi, we have a lot of viewers in chat tonight. You guys are hi, welcome. We're glad to have you. Feel free to talk to us during the stream, give advice, ask questions, go. Speaking of which, Kiki, it is your turn. Who continually has the answer as long as the question is violence.
I like it. So Kiki is gonna go ahead and enter into her rage.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to? By the way, the Medusa, the Thessalia will be turning glare at you immediately. Do you want to make a con save, or do you want to close your eyes?
I'm closing my eyes.
Okay.
Because I know she's there. I know she's coming for me. So as I enter in my rage, I'm looking down at my claws, my crab claws that come out, and then with the crab claws, I'm going to go ahead and reckless attack on her.
Oh, wow. So that balances out. Okay. So you're going to charge at her crab claws versus snake hair. Go, go, go.
Alrighty. Shit. Where's my
18. Yeah, no, it worked. You slash at her. 18 hits. Roll for damage.
Okay. So that is 5 plus 2 for my rage. So that's a total of 7.
You slash at her, doing 7 points of damage, and she hisses and staggers for a moment. Continue.
Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and go at her for a second attack.
Mm-hmm.
Now this one is at disadvantage because I'm, again, not looking at her, I assume?
Yeah, does reckless attack work alternatives for one attack?
It's just on the first.
Okay, then yeah, it's a disadvantage, yes.
Okay. So then that is 18 or 16.
16,
so 16
hits.
Okay. Then we will smack at her again for another 7 damage.
Oh, wow. Okay, you slash her for 7 damage. And I think she's steps back and just goes, "Oh, so one of you actually knows how to fight, knows how to hunt. Good. Anything else you want to do in a turn?"
No, because I don't have anything else right now that would...
Your claws give you a third attack.
Oh, yes, they do. My apologies. They do. I was looking for not action surge, but second win. So then, yes, I'm going to go for my third claw attack, again at disadvantage. 15.
15 hits.
Oh, yeah. Good. Now it's 11 damage.
Good lord.
Bitchy.
I'm going to give you a freebie, a not reckless attack on you, because Harkus was already giving you advantage. Remember the help action with Harkus?
Okay, yeah.
So you didn't need to do reckless attack, so I'm not going to punish you with the disadvantage that comes with reckless attack. Or with the because when you do reckless attack, you're easier to hit afterwards.
Yes.
So I'm going to say, what I'm saying is, you didn't need to do reckless attack because that's the same difference as accepting Harkus's help. So there was no reason for you to do it, so I'm not going to punish you by making you easier to hit.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
So then does that mean that my second to last attack would have been a natural 20? Or my last attack?
No, just like reckless attack, help only works for the one action.
Oh, frickin'. Well, I choose to help me on this one.
Fatima says that reckless attack gives you advantage on all of your attacks, not just the first one. No, it says when you make your first attack on your turn. Oh, no, wait, she's right. I didn't read the whole sentence. It's for all attacks on that turn. So never mind, I was wrong about Harkus. So yeah, you would have had 18, and 20. Yeah, Fatima just got you. Your 20 would have been the one roll.
I love you.
So roll another. You just roll another damage die for your claws, which would be a 1d6. Just roll another 1d6 of damage.
Okay.
I would like to use my reaction.
Absolutely.
So that'll be a total of 8.
That one's on a +2. It's just the 1d6 because you double the dice you rolled.
Well,
sorry.
Anyway,
So you add a 6 to it.
So 6. That's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, you strike slash, and then the third one just immediately just cutting into her, ripping into her. That one she actually sort of shouts out in pain, and you see her grab her side a second where you slashed. Fatima says, "I got you. Go." Fatima's your support for this. You guys take one support to each Adventure Island. It's Fatima today.
And then after my attack, all I'm gonna do is, with my eyes closed, did I get her? Did I get her? Did I get her?
Wonderful.
She feels like all the warm blood splattering on her. She doesn't know where it's coming from.
Like peeing on me.
Yeah.
No, that was Crayrin.
Peanut high. Anyway, that's it for my turn.
Give me one moment. And you're in your rage. Okay. Let me double check something here. On the Emerald Stimface turn, Thessalia is just going to say, says just going to look almost in a vague direction, Stimface, and says, "The talking one, the satyr." And the Emerald Stimface is going to fly and whirl around Callista's head for a moment. I think, Kiki, that technically gives you an attack of opportunity if you want it.
Yes. Please.
Go for it.
Making sure I wasn't muted. Let me go back to my claw.
Hammy's mom says it's a full moon tonight, red moon.
Oh, maybe that's what's wrong with me. I was really tired earlier before we started.
A 10.
10.
And this would be a disadvantage as well, so...
oh, okay. Then
yeah, but you already missed. But
okay.
As it misses, flies away.
A little freaking gold ball, really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's a snitch. So anyway, it's going to look at you, and it flies over to Callista and just sort of like sizing her up for a minute, and then starts to lean back and flap its wings, and you hear this ear-splitting like screech moving in your direction. Callista, I need you to make a con save.
7.
What is it? 7?
Yep.
7. As the sound becomes all you can hear, and I need you to take 5 psychic damage.
Oh.
And when the attack is over and it's just moving steadily, you can't hear anything around you. You are deafened. We cannot roleplay here in anything that anybody says or does. If you choose to have your eyes closed on turns, which you don't right now, then you'd be completely senseless. But your eyes are open. And yeah. Euphemian, it is your turn.
All right. Well, I definitely am going to close my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to direct Bib to fly about 30 feet up again, 40 feet or so.
Wow.
And when I open my eyes again, I'm sharing senses with him. So
Okay.
my perception is going to be top down. And through him, I'm going to cast a fireball.
On
the Amazon Warriors, Bandit Captain, and the Stimfey. I think I should be able to get all of them.
You need all of them? It's 20 foot from one side. It's 22 feet from... Oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah, I get a 40-foot radius with that.
All right.
Radius?
Sorry, not radius, diameter.
I was gonna say, wow,
It's
better.
what is it? It's a dexterity saving throw of 15?
Saving throw of 15.
Ah, wow. Okay, let me roll through these one at a time. Roll for damage, please, so I can just take care of that up.
Affect that?
Yeah. Sorry, what was that?
Does being
No, they're not-
incapacitated affect that?
They're not incapacitated.
Or not having movement? Does
No.
that affect that?
No, they
Okay.
just don't have movement. They're...
Can you roll for
Oh, right.
damage?
Yes, sorry. And for this, it will continue to be cold damage.
Okay.
So 31.
Okay.
It's cold as ice.
Sacrifice my love.
Give me 1 second. I'm doing a lot of calculations. Give me 1 second.
And that's the last time I can do that for this, until I get a nap.
Well, let's hope that it finishes him off.
This fire falls down from this huge explosion, engulfing you. You hear some screaming. When all is said and done, Dingrin is standing. 3 of the Amazons fell. And there is a pile of semi-melted golden scrap on the ground with 2 small emeralds. They at the end of last session, Fatima, they read through ice at them, and they all got frozen down. Salty Brackets, hello, first time chatting. Welcome to the Senseless Violence, my friend.
We like
Oh my
senseless
gosh.
violence.
I know who Salty Brackets is. 2 second recognize the screen name. Hi, I'm glad you're here. I've done this person. I roleplayed with them. We played superhero games. It was great. Euphemia, is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
At the end of my turn, I'll just look up, my eyes just totally white, dripping with, like, refrigerated coldness.
Wonderful.
And I'll just say to her, some of us don't need to see.
Quiet for too long. I don't like it.
Okay. Yeah. Let me roll this for 1 second. And then let me roll. I'm double checking a few things.
I feel like as much as we like senseless violence, we do get it back in return. So, you know.
Fair. Oh, the There's mischief. That's what's gonna fuck me over. That's difficult terrain.
Difficult terrain.
Okay, I can do it. This one Amazonian lady is gonna let out just a completely primal, furious scream as she runs towards Callista, slides down to the scrap, picks up the metal with the small red vial, jams it into her arm, and then swings a slash up to Callista. The Stimfey has exactly one dose. Yeah, just takes the needle. Basically, it's an inject. I don't syringe, whatever the term is. I don't know the words. The Stimfey can inject people with one dose of healing potion.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
Okay.
She's jacking that with its final use, healing herself all the way up to 7 hit points. She slashes at you. She's screwed.
Isn't that her action? Using an item?
You know what? I was gonna fudge around it. But I'm going to say, hold on, wait. 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. She's using her Amazon ability to disengage very easily and fall back.
And
If Reed's going to hold me to the use action ability, then Amazons can in fact be extra efficient with how they move. He's not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm just mad at you. Dingrin is going to trudge through the molasses. Oh wait, Dingrin was never removed of the ice.
Nope.
Dingrin's got ice and molasses. He's going to look around.
oh, that makes the molasses even harder then. You're in cement, girl.
Dingrin's going to say, look over at Callista and says, one way or another ends here, doesn't it?
You tell me.
All you hear is like, because you're deaf.
Oh, that's right. I don't hear anything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I can't. I don't.
Says it, looks at you.
Thank you, Jen.
What's your armor class?
16.
As she throws 2 daggers, throws them at Callista, who is able to dodge and block both of them. The highest attack roll for that was 15. She looks at all of you and says, y'all made this complicated. On Queen Thessalia's turn, she says, I wanted one thing from you. And she is going to completely let loose on Kraven. Kraven, you closed your eyes, right?
Yes.
So that gives me advantage on the attack, is that correct?
Sure. Go.
I'm asking rules-wise.
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah.
if you're blind, it's attackers are at advantage.
Alright.
$18 AC. Thank goodness for that
As
ring of
she
protection.
slashes at you, you hear the hissing and are able to move out of the way of the hissing. And as you do, you almost underneath it, you hear the sound of the sword moving through the air, but not quickly enough. as she lands both of her slashing attacks. The first one doing 5 piercing,
Okay.
and the second one doing 8 piercing. So that's 13 total to you.
Okay.
Unless you have any abilities you want to run with.
I don't think I have anything.
Thank you, Fatima, about the music. I definitely updated the music because it was getting a little much before.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything.
Gray, it is your turn. Are you opening your eyes or keeping them closed?
I think for this instance, emboldened by hearing the screams of stuff and all that, I'm gonna open up my eyes.
Roll a con save. As you open your eyes and you see her eyes glowing and emitting almost this green heat.
Oh crap! 11.
You do have Bardic. Can you
Bardic.
use that on saves?
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna use Bardic.
Didn't you say it can only be used on death saves or something, Callista?
No, it has an additional ability, which is it gives her advantage on death saves
Okay.
because of my epic versus length of my poem.
So because I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna use your amazing Bardic. That brings it up to 15. Wait, what's the lowest it can be?
4.
I think that was it.
4 it is. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So then that would be 15 then altogether.
Wait, why is it 0d1 plus 4?
Because that's how you have to make it work with the math. It is
Weird.
correct because you're adding the total, and in order to evaluate the minimum.
Weird. Okay. You begin to feel your body solidify until the bardic words draw strength, and you draw strength and you're able to push past. And you are only where you are now because of the bardic inspiration. She looks at you and bares her fangs, and it is your turn.
I bare my teeth too, and I says, "My aunt taught me well," and I'm gonna go ahead and hit.
Have you told her your
harder.
aunt's name yet?
Nope.
Yeah. She's going to say, and who would that be?
And I'll just punch her.
Roll for punch.
So
What a
no,
charmer.
so Cray's grumpy, okay? So quarterstaff. So I don't have. It's just straight up, no disadvantage, nothing, right? Just to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So first, fuck me is a 10.
Yeah, you swing and are you using your quarterstaff or your fist? You're using your fist?
Quarterstaff.
Of
Yeah.
course, she grabs the staff and then just stops it, and you can make your next attack roll if you want.
Yeah, and then I'll go and attack again. Do 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 do. I'm gonna attack with a fuck me. Ow, this sucks like shit.
Yeah, you swing and she blocks that with her arm, and she says, "Who trained you?
Ugh.
Where did you come from?"
Flurry of blows.
All right, go for it.
My aunt's name is Floria Blows.
My name is Flurry.
I'm gonna hit you with this, and I'm gonna hit you with that. Well, Floria Blows.
Finally.
He says, "Where did you train?" Your fist lands and hits her. Roll a damage roll.
7.
We might have been besties in college. Give her the name. Like, oh my god, we were in the same sorority.
I'm gonna hit her one more
that was one
time. Ugh, fuck that. So, yeah.
Yeah, do you want to describe how you missed, or do you want me to do it?
I would say just my blind rage, just missing is doing it. At this point, could I try to stun her? Because I did hit her once.
You can, yes, but in the future you should call it when you do it. But yes, I'll let you do that.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay,
That's
I'll
fine.
do that for next time. Yeah.
So
So I was hoping to stun her. Yeah.
It's a stunning strike. So what's her save on this? It's a DC 14 or a con save of 14.
14, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Why doesn't my thing want to work? Sorry.
You strike and you see her as she stands back for a moment, sizing you up. She's very tall. And you strike up and hit her square here in the middle of the chest. And she... Oh, I know you. As she crit saving throw on this.
She saved it?
She got a natural 20 on saving it.
Boo.
She looks and goes, "Oh, I know who you are." Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
Nope, that should be it. I just
She's gonna
narrow
say.
my eyes at her.
She's gonna say real quickly. How long has she been living in shame? Callista, it is your turn. You heard none of that.
No.
Yeah, I just bared my teeth at her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it'll be hard cut to Callista's POV, and all you hear is tinnitus ringing.
Are you closing your eyes or no?
No, absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an idiot.
All right. She's gonna turn immediately to you. Make a con save.
6.
All right. Do you have anything else you want to boost it with?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I would love to if I had anything, but I don't have anything, so.
Okay.
Allie, I know
Oh.
they suggest don't get too attached to your characters, but you don't have to actively kill them either.
Callista, what action do you want to take for your turn?
I was going to, hit Dengrin with, Toll the Dead.
All right. So when you reach out your hand towards Dengrin, you immediately feel this roll a perception check.
Okie dokie. Sure. That's a total of 14.
You deafened don't hear anything else around you until suddenly you feel this hand on you, like sort of cup your face. Allie, look at the camera, look up your face,
No.
and just pull you, and you see her look at you, and you see on her lips the words, "You are not welcome here." As from your eyes to the rest of your body, the gray stone spreads. Instantly. Allie, you are petrified.
Oh, it's instant. Okay.
If you fail by a large enough margin, if you fail by more than 5, it expedites the entire process.
Yeah, I don't have anything else I could have used, so. This is what I get for not being support and casting Bless at the beginning of the combat, guys. This is what I get.
Allie, I'm going to put this little statue icon on you.
Thank you.
The Thar's mischief is gone. This is who you are until a spell breaks this. This does not have a time limit.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna just mute myself.
Arcus is going to climb up on Callista and knock on her head for a second to verify something, and then just immediately jump onto Queen Thessalia again, giving advantage to the next attackers. He screams and claws at her. Not enough to do any mechanical damage, but enough to distract her. Yeah. Kiki, it is your turn.
Okay.
Eyes closed or open?
Oh, close. They're closed. 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 I don't know what my mouth was going to say, but it's not what I wanted to say. No, definitely still with my eyes closed. I'm wanting to go ahead and take my claw attack at her. So because Harkis is helping out, this is just a straight roll then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
19 hits, roll for damage.
Yeah. 6, 7, 8.
Can you have an advancement? I'm good for the bacon. I love this, Fatima. 8. You do 8 damage to her as you slash at her. She shouts out and just confound the squirrel. Sorry. So what else do you want to do?
Yeah, I want to hit her again.
I finally got to make a Squirrel Girl reference.
Does his help action, is that just on the first hit, or it's on all my hits I do?
It should be the first one, I believe. Let me double check, but I believe it is. I added the stim fey because I thought that you guys would find Yeah, it's the next attack. Yeah. I added the stim fade to like try because they do have them, and I thought it'd help even this out a little bit. And then you guys just sort of like, yeah, also that one's dead. I'm like, oh, okay.
So sorry, disadvantage or a straight roll?
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Okay, thank you.
Anonymous gifter, thank you so much, beautiful soul. Thank you. Go fuck her up.
There it is.
Love that it's like,
Okay.
thank you, go fuck her up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, those were two separate thoughts.
That's awesome.
18
Okay, so
hits.
18.
Roll for damage.
Yep.
Mhm.
7.
As you can see from her hit gauge, she's about halfway down as she just you hear her sort of breathing heavily and turning, and with your eyes closed, you hear her say, "Are you next?" You're the rest of your turn.
And because I'm not done, I'm gonna go for it again.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a 16.
16 hits.
Okay, and that's gonna be 9 damage.
Not holy shit! You're just ripping her apart. Okay.
Yeah,
That's what
what
Kiki
goddesses are
does.
supposed to do.
Just single-handedly tearing her apart. This is fantastic. As she's down a lot. I don't know if the rest of Reed, if you want to zoom in, or I don't know if you zoom in. Her hit gauge is low. As you see her like bloodied up, and where you slashed her gown is torn, and her snakes are basically going feral right now. Is there anything else you want to do on this turn?
There's nothing else I can do, so no, that will be it.
Euphemian?
I suspect I know already, but she's not wearing metal, is she? Armor?
No. She had the crown. She removed it.
Damn.
Okay. Then I'm going to try this anyways. I'm going to go ahead and reach out a hand with my eyes still blind.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to cast excuse me. What's it called? Shocking Grasp.
Ooh, shocker. Yeah, go for it.
Nope. Natural 1.
Right.
Oh.
But
You reach out, yeah.
But you're not at disadvantage because you're looking through BIP, right? Or Bib, or Vibe, or Bop, or
He's
whatever.
He was using his own melee attack, though.
Yeah.
I think it was, yeah. Yeah, I think at this point, she turns and you just like hear this hissing and just like there's like a cacophony of snakes and movement in a moment, and she deflects this attack. I have not had a single character able to take on all four of you at the same time in a while. This is a feeling I haven't had in a good while this campaign. Is there anything else you want to do?
This is a strange gangbang.
No, that's
What you're
going to be it
saying.
for me.
You didn't know there was such a thing as a reverse, but there we go.
Oh dear.
Let me see 1 second. Let me see something here. Hmm. Give me just one moment.
Bang gang. Oh my god, backwards. The reverse one.
This is remarkable. I love you guys. The Amazonian warrior is going to run over to Thessalia, and for her first attack, can't believe I have to check on this. What a game. Give me one moment. Yeah. she's gonna reach over, grab the squirrel, and just slash at it and throw it on the ground. And then as she does, she throws it and says, "My apologies, my queen." And when she does, the squirrel just sort of, as you know, the magic fades off and expands. As she tilts her head looking at this, like, what the fuck? And you see this small, naked, little, filthy gnome laying on the floor. And he looks over and says, people, this is awkward. This is awkward. And she goes, "What are you?" He goes, "What are you?" And for her second turn, she is going to stab at him.
Oh my god, hide behind Callista.
And this has got to be confusing to those of you that missed the previous session, but I was gonna say they absolutely are, Fatima. They absolutely are. Let me get this right. He has. She slashes him, does 8 points of damage, and you can see his bar, I believe, go down. And
Sorry.
she slashes at him, and he goes, "Oh my, no! This is why I don't like parties." And he starts to crawl back. Dingrin's still iced, isn't she? Right.
Yeah, she is. No one dropped her out, picked her out.
And she looks and goes, "Well, that's free." Throws the knives and just fly and just strike both of them, and you hear Harkus scream out
Oh.
as he takes 11 points of damage. Just panicking on the ground. I did not expect Harkus or Dingrin to be so relevant to this battle. Cray, your eyes are closed, right?
No, they're open.
Because Queen Cecilia turns and looks. Her head. She was looking at and blocking the others, but her head slowly turns to you, Cray, and says, "Come with me, or lose her. And I suspect you care for her."
Not unless we kill you first.
She takes her sword and drives it into Callista's statue.
Into what?
Callista's statue.
Oh no. Shit.
Um.
Can I use a
We warn you
reaction
in
to like
everything.
deflect? Mister,
Nope.
I can't deflect anything, can I?
Nope.
Unpierceable? Like,
I have resistance to all types of damage, but attack rolls against me have advantage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to see if I have anything that's like a reaction to this.
So all of her hits land, and I'm going to do them one at a time.
Oh my god, how much hit points does a statue have?
As many as I do, right?
So she does 3 points, which is cut to 1. So she does 1 point of damage. 3 points, that's 4 points of damage to you. And then she begins to shadow you, and her snakes begin to bite, and you bite and just try and rip chunks and chips and chunks off the statue. And that one is a crit. So we're going to roll this, which is going to be 2d4 plus 2 plus 8d6, since it's a crit. And we're going to cut that in half.
Damage?
Piercing and poison, but you're resistant to everything.
I'm immune to poison right now.
Why are you immune to poison?
It's under petrified.
Petrified makes you immune to poison? Oh,
Because I'm a rock.
that's fair. That's fair. That just saved you.
Thanks,
And she does 2 more points of damage. So she does 3, 4. So that's 4, 5, 6 points of damage to you. What does that bring you down to?
33.
All right. Craven, it's your turn. Eyes closed or open?
I don't have Bardic no more. Eyes closed. I'm gonna do it with a disadvantage.
1 second. Eyes closed, you said?
Yep.
All right. Go and attack.
Okay, I gotta do it with disadvantage.
When you close your eyes, she goes,
so-
oh, smart. 21, that hits.
So I smack her for 5 damage.
Go ahead.
And another attack again. That's 15.
That hits. Oh, no, you didn't roll with disadvantage.
Oh, right. Let me just do it again. 17.
17.
So that's better.
I
So
lost a
8
turn trying to
damage.
damage the statue. I don't think that's the best way to kill you guys right now. It doesn't want to intimidate you guys, but I got to do something more vicious. So we'll keep that 8 damage if you want. So that'll be
Yep.
another 8.
Yeah.
All right.
and
Do
then
you have any other attacks?
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm gonna flurry of blows her.
Mhm.
I didn't say I was gonna blow her. I said I was gonna flurry of blows her. Guys,
Shut up! I heard what I heard.
get
Go ahead and blow her.
your mind. Tammy's mom. You gotta talk
Roll
to
for-
her.
It's
Roll
the full
blow.
moon.
24 or 20 to hit.
20 hits.
That's
9.
a 9. And I just want to do it just for flavor's sake, if it works.
Mhm.
But I would like to do Stunning Strike at some point.
Yeah. Do you want to apply it now?
Sure, but
you
I
have
want
the-
to flavor it. If it hits, I'd like to flavor it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So let me just use my next thing there.
Mm.
And I still gotta do the last flurry of blows.
Well, no. If you want to do it on this one, hold on. Don't roll the last one yet, because if you want to do it on this one, and then it hits, then you'd have a regular attack on
Oh,
that.
right. Right, I didn't think
We can
about
calculate
that.
it now. So
Yeah,
you want to do
sure,
Stunning Strike
thanks.
now? All right. So you go to strike at her. Hold on, my headset's on. You go to strike at her, and describe how it hits.
I'd like to say that seeing her hit Callista, it boiled Kray's blood so much that he actually grounds himself and gets super cold instead of furious like he normally does, and he just focuses and just starts hitting her. And if it does hit her, he wants to punch her in the face and say, "This is for Moxina," and smash her in the face.
That hits. You strike her, and whenever her face looks back, her nose is broken and bloody, and she's looking at you, and she's between the shock of what you said and just the pain. She's not able to focus. She's not so much I'm saying she's not so much stunned like she's frozen, but like she's so disoriented and incapable of thinking straight right now that it's mechanically the same thing, and she's just bleeding and just looking in your direction.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to do? You can attack
no,
now with the.
Yeah,
Mhm.
just my last hit. Should have done it at the first one. Oh well, doesn't matter. No, nothing. 9.
All right.
I think that's all I can do. I don't think I can
Yes.
nothing else.
Callista, on your turn, you'd be a statue. Good job. Marcus, on his turn, let me do some math for my peoples over here.
Oh my god, the
I
music
need you.
is just so
DM, I need all 3 of you people with skin to roll con saves.
with skin. Okay. 20. Dirty.
Actually, Allie, you would make a con save too,
13.
technically, reading this.
Oh my god.
What'd you get?
I don't know, but I couldn't get my mouse on the right thing. Mine's is a 9.
Allie, what's your con save? You're muted.
Yeah, she's a statue. She can't talk.
You're muted. You're muted. I can't hear
Yes, I heard you.
Alright.
12.
you. 12, okay. All right.
I'm muting myself so
Arcus-
that I'm a statue.
Arcus lets out a scream, and then this burst of rippling energy flies out. And every single one of you is hit by Thunder Wave. Kiki, you take 17 points of force damage and are moved back 10 feet, which I will do for you now.
Halved, because I'm raging.
It doesn't work on that, yeah.
Bludgeoning. Fuck.
Thunder damage, yeah.
You stupid squirrel.
Everybody else takes... What'd you get, Allie? 12? Okay,
But I do
it's
still
okay.
have resistance.
Okay, it's okay if you unmute. That's fine. I forgive you.
I can't shut up, so...
It's fine if you talk. What was I gonna say? So, all of you that passed... Actually, Allie takes the least damage. Allie, you take 4 damage, and the others all take 8.
Ooh, it's getting scary, folks.
It flies back, the scream hits, and the Amazon warrior flies back, and we're just gonna say for flavor's sake, it's not there, but just go with me. She flies back, hits a tree, and you hear a snap, and she's just falls to the floor. Basically, because it did enough damage to kill her, I'm just putting some more spin on it. That it just flies back, knocks her, and she is out.
Tips over a tree or a rock.
Yeah. And Harkus just says, this is what happens. This is what I should have eaten breakfast this day. This is, oh dear. We still haven't been friends, right? He looks over in Kiki's direction. And Kiki, it is your turn.
Of course. It kind of stung, but it's okay. Can you put your pants back on, Harkus? As I'm
His face goes white when he realizes you just pointed out he doesn't have pants on.
I'm like, I want him to be a squirrel because he's a little bit safer as a squirrel, I think. But I am going to go to roll 20, and I'm going to come right back where the frick I was, because how rude that I got shoved away. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and, with my eyes still closed, of course, I'm going to go ahead and attack again at this Medusa Reckless. So that's going to just be straight roll with my claws. Where is it? That's claws.
She's also stunned. Does that do anything with her being stunned?
Yeah. Actually, stunned would already give you this use. If you use reckless, you'd have advantage.
Oh, okay. Then I'm going to try that again because that was a 19, but I could crit. No, that's a dirty 20.
It's still pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
Fatima suggests a commission of a statue of Callista.
We already have one.
Art of Callista's a statue with everybody hiding behind her. Okay, roll damage.
Okay. So that's going to be 10.
10 damage. Holy shit. She staggers. She falls to one knee, and she looks at you. At one knee, she's only a little bit shorter than you. And she says, my sister will avenge me. Lutheria gave us this continent. Or gave us this island. This is ours. Invaders.
Oh,
She spits blood at your feet.
She
said it slowly.
Oh,
okay. She said it slowly. I'm going with that.
I like it.
Yeah. She spits blood at your feet. Continue your turn if you'd like.
Okay, yep.
You're right, Jen. I did mess that up. That was my bad.
Oh, that's cool. She's like, that's cool.
I don't think she's making it to her next round, so I just want to give her some moments.
Hey, I get it. I remember what happened to my mom.
Oh God!
Go look at my
Those
body.
of you that aren't, no one in the stream knows. Basically, in the Curse of Strahd campaign, I was dropping a bunch of hints that someone they were fighting was someone special, and they were like, "We don't have time for this. We're just gonna kill them." And then they killed them and finished them off. And then afterwards, they found out that the reason I was dropping so many hints was because it was Jin's character's mom in the conclusion to her character arc, and they killed her in a flurry. And I was just like, "Oh God!"
Look at my body.
Yeah. It was a moment. So what else you doing, Kiki? Oh, you.
Okay. So I'm just going to mutter to her, it's not her continent to give. And then I'm going to go ahead and claw at her once more.
Mm-hmm.
Is this just my straight roll again, or is this still at the advantage? Okay, straight.
No, you have this with advantage because of Fatima. Fatima gives you advantage.
Okay, so obviously I had to roll twice because I missed that. So the first one was a 26.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be 12 damage.
She's got a sliver left. She's on her way out.
That's okay. I'm going to go through for my... God darn it. I keep going to my Discord and then it messes up my alt tabs jumping through windows. Okay. Advantage. Fatima advantage for my third attack on her here. That is a 22. I know that hits. So that is 7 damage.
Tammy.
Yeah?
How do you want to do this?
Okay. Once I get the impression that I've gotten the final one, then I'm just going to kind of crack an eye open and just kind of keep going and like, let's do a little bit of a haircut and just, I'm going to keep going. A little fanatical maybe, but
somebody needs to gift this.
I could have finished her off a little sooner because I was looking for action surge and I just literally found it in my stupid sheet and it's not where I thought it was. I could have probably done this earlier, but
you slash and tear into her in a flurry of rage. And by the time it's done, a bloody, eviscerated mess of the former queen of the Amazonians collapses to the floor, leaving the three of you, Marcus, Dingrin, who's standing there realizing their contract is very much expired, and a statue of Callista, her face turned in shock, looking in the direction of where the queen was. A stone petrification matching the ones around the entrance to the layer below.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We've got to take her back, guys.
And I am not done.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I'm going to take my movement and I'm going to go up to Dangrin and I'm going to use my action surge.
Yes.
Sure.
And
then I approve this action.
So that, oh crap, that's a natural 1 for my first one. 10 for the second one. Fuck, I'm just pissed off. 15 for the third attack.
Let me see. You swing with her. Was it claws? You swing with your claws. She dodges, blocks you from the 15 is enough to hit, so it swings up, and then she blocks it with her sword using a parry, a reaction to boost her armor class briefly, and she blocks it. Looks you in the eyes. Will you let her look in the eyes? Or are you gonna like stare at her or look away or anything like that?
Oh no, she's just a captain. Yeah, I'm just going to like be snarling and frothing at the gills and like nostrils flaring as well for extra flavor. I'm gonna just look at her with hatred in my eyes.
And she locks eyes with you, that stoic, steely indifference she's always had. And she says, You spare my life, I tell you how to fix her. Because I know where the cure is. And that's where we're going to take our break. Thank you all for coming. We are going to go on our break for 15 minutes, and then we're going to come back and find out what happened to this new rock band. So I will see you guys
Rock band.
very soon.
Rock bang.
Yeah.
We will
Statues need to
rock,
breathe.
rock.
Does anyone have a bag of holding? I don't think statues need to breathe. I think you can put her in a bag of holding. I think you could put her in a bag of holding.
I could put her in the bag of holding if we need. Bring her back to the academy because oh shit, no, that's 3 days journey. Fucking hell.
You could get your
We need
saddle.
transporters.
Wow,
Well,
we
I
can get a
mean,
lot of stuff done.
we might
Make
have
sure
to.
it's not a chimera in the basement because I need a head for my staff.
All right, let's go to a break. I'll see you guys in 15 minutes.
All
In a
right.
bit, everybody.
All right. So, hi, welcome back. We had quite the session. Roll for Bowl. We're glad to see so many of you beautiful people are still here. So, yeah, before we jump back into our action, or lack thereof, some people are just, well, Allie got stoned. So, before we start, Reed wanted to clarify, or wanted to share something with you all.
Yeah, just to remind everybody that we do have a merch store there now. You can find such wonderful things as this Cockerbees shirt, and Tammy, if she wants to sort of get up and slightly to the side, you can see her roll for bull.
Yeah, there we go. Look at the fashions. We got fashions.
Got a nice little V down the bottom on the side. Ladies.
Looking lovely.
Yeah.
And they're actually like nice lightweight. They feel great. I'm really happy with them myself. Obviously, the Cockerbees is right way around when you buy them. This is only because my camera's backwards.
Yeah.
Even the Racerback, I was going to wear that today. I did get that. I'll wear it for next stream. But fabulous, fabulous, good quality shirts, I have to tell you.
Yeah.
There's a journal and the water bottle. Good stuff.
They look fantastic. Yeah, so check out our merch store. Give it a shot. Support it. It goes to the stream. It's greatly appreciated. We are going to jump back in unless anybody else has anything else. I believe you just killed Queen Thessalia. Her crown is on the floor, as is her mostly melted stim fay. Show of hands, who's ready for us to dive in?
Let's go.
All right. We don't need the combat map for this. I don't think. Because honestly, if Kiki wants to kill Dingrin, then I'm not going to roll the full combat for that because that is not what we call an even fight. So let's just go out for that reason. Let's go out of combat order. Dingrin and Kiki have eyes locked. Dingrin is not scared of anything in the fucking world, even though she's surely aware that she's staring at her death, and is even haggling for her life by saying that she knows how to save Callista. As they stare at each other, this small, gnomish voice just says, "Oh no, she's friendly," and turns and wraps his arm around Callista's statue leg and just sort of like cleaves to it.
I pick up the crown.
You pick up this crown. Roll a religion check with advantage.
That was what I wanted to do. Before I went, I want my crown and I'm coming for you, Dingrin. But I'm like, no, I'm just going right straight for Dingrin.
Thank God for that advantage. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You see that this is a lot of this is a lot of like symbology of Lutheria, a lot of duality. I think like there's a lot of symmetrical patterns in a lot of Lutheria's things because of the duality of like dreaming and awake, life and death, the passageways. And you see that it's like almost a this own you haven't seen anything like it before. Like it's its own take on the symbology of Lutheria, as if they've developed their own approach here. I just had a bunch of messages.
Oh.
You're going?
I'm going to go over to Callista, and I'm going to try to evaluate her structural worthiness after.
I want you to roll roll Arcana.
Okay. She's not likely to fall apart or anything anytime soon. 27.
27. Basically, when you look at Callista, yeah, she's like this. You understand she's going to be like this for a good long time. This magic is not fading. This isn't even magic per se. This is just fundamentally altered the foundation of who she is. She will stay like this as much as any marble statue will. She's been rewritten. The only way to remove this is a greater restoration spell or something equivalent. And I will save you guys some trouble right now. No one in this group or anyone you know has access to a spell that strong. You would need, well, to be subtle about it, a real act of God to make that happen.
But we have got, we did have petrification cure potions made at the academy.
You did.
It just means traveling for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Pythor is a god, and we have Versity with us, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't obviously have that.
They could possibly do something, but you'd have to talk to them.
What about one of those fancy apples we picked up from the
they heal
Heart
for a
Island?
lot. They heal for a lot, but that's it.
So even if we take a couple apples and like mush them all over her, that's not gonna do it, eh?
It might
Like
deal with
making a pie with her.
It might deal with the chips that happened because the snake chipped away her face.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I break at like 0 hit points or what the deal is with that, but in case it's relevant to Reed's check, I'm at 29 out of 52.
I've decided that if you get to 0 hit points, you shatter. Because it's not clarified in the book, and that honestly seems dreadfully reasonable.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, I'll just shout out to the rest of them. She's petrified and a little bit damaged, but it's going to take some effort to bring her back.
We need to do it.
Well, of course we need to do it.
You can do it, Dengrin says, still shouting to Euphemian, but keeping eyes firmly on Kiki.
I'm just going to have my claws like around her neck, and I'm just going to apply some pressure and maybe lift up a little bit, but I'm not trying to like hurt fatally. But if there's a little cut that happens because of all the little, you know, when you try to cut open a crab, they usually get you too. So I just want to let her know I'm not joking, but I'm also not letting go.
Yeah, you hold her up and she goes, yeah, you can kill me. I can choose not to help your friend.
We've got ways to help her without you. I just don't think it's worth keeping you around for anything at this point, because you've been nothing but a pain in our ass.
She's got it around her throat and she looks at you and she goes, not gonna die groveling.
I'm going to walk over to her doing my, very best Severus Snape, coming in hot. And I'm going to be... I don't think you understand exactly how weak your position is. We have already dealt with a Medusa. We do have the ability to take care of that. The only benefit that you can give us is that you're saving us a short bit of travel. Now, understanding that, will you tell us where the potions are for your life?
Squeeze a little tighter, lift a little bit higher.
Tammy, you can make an intimidation check with advantage.
Oh, yeah.
You have to roll extremely high because I am not kidding. This character literally rather die than grovel. So you got to hit high for this to work.
16?
16. 16. She looks down at you and she says, like with a throat, she's, you sent me down. We talk like adults. I'll tell you what you need.
Do I have your word as I pinch a little bit more? Or do we have to make an oath?
I've always told you who I am. Who are you?
Not as big of a piece of shit as you are. I'll set her down.
Get a couple things straight here. She's not paying me shit. What gestures over to Queen Thessalia? Says, she can't pay me anything. And you want me dead. And you can do it anytime you want. I'm not stupid. But I'm not going to get run around by your temper. Rather go out fighting, standing against that.
Oh, you've not seen my temper, sweetie.
Oh, are you holding back?
Oh, yeah. You don't know what I'm capable of.
Can I ask you something? If you weren't holding back, would your friend be okay?
I'm gonna start putting my claw towards her neck again.
She puts up her hand to grab your claw, and she says, and she puts her hand to grab your claw and looks over at Euphemian and says, and looks at him, looks at Kiki, and says, Kiki, the queen. And she sort of emphasizes that. Roll an insight check.
Kiki or Euphemian?
Kiki.
Okay, Kiki. Sorry, perception?
Insight.
Oh, insight, sorry. Good God. Oh, fucking 6.
She says it like that, and it's sort of there's sort of a hidden message there that goes by. But she goes, the queen keeps reserves in her room. It's at the bottom of their barracks, at their prison. Downstairs over there. If you can get down there, you can get it.
You lead the way.
You want me to lead you down there myself?
Oh, yeah. Why are you hesitating? Are you afraid of something down there?
Yeah. Because if I go down there and they think that I'm not on their side, whatever shit you think you've got, they got worse.
How many are still down there?
Dozen or so. Also the pet.
Oh. Pet?
Yep. Which is good as about 7 of them.
What are they?
It.
Use your words properly. What are they? What is it?
It's a fucking Hydra, and I'm not going to get torn apart by it.
Oh, so she is afraid of something, it seems. I'll look at Euphemian.
Common fucking sense, there's a difference.
I didn't think you had that.
I'm sorry, mister, what was that?
I said I didn't think you had that.
I can lead you down there. You gotta do 2 things for me, and if those aren't good enough for you, you kill me right here. Because whatever you can do is not as bad as me getting stuck down there by following your stupid pride. So I'm gonna tell you these orders, and you can accept them or you can kill me. I'm safe with you and from you down there. And you follow my lead. Because they all know me down there. The only way we can get in is if I could sell myself as having brought you in. You barely took the first guard with the 4 of you. Now there's the 3 of you. You're not gonna do this by yourself if you fuck it up. So I'm walking you through it.
What else?
And she sort of steps back, and she sort of gestures to her body, very much indicating that that she doesn't have any good like armor or anything. And you can tell the subtext is like, well, if you don't like the offer, fucking kill me, because like those are her options.
And from the instant that we get out there, what assurances have we got that you don't simply yell out to the first guard? Will you take an oath?
I will if you will. Friend.
I want to incite that bitch.
I don't think
Roll
she
to insight that
knows
bitch.
the meaning of the word.
I'm like, as I'm listening to all this, I'm in the back trying to lift up Callista. 23.
I think you can. I think your strength
Oh
check
no,
you
I
can.
can't.
Oh no, you can't. You can't.
Uh-uh.
I think Harkus is going to try and help you a little bit.
Oh.
So, yeah. So
Um,
me and the squirrel. Is he back in his squirrel form?
No, he's still human right now.
Oh, okay. So me and so yeah, that's what we're trying to do is trying to lift him up. But I have my ear
whenever-
out on the conversation. 23.
Whenever you go to help, whenever you go to help, whenever you go to move the statue, Harkus just goes, "Moment, dear, we have company," and sort of sits up and looks at Cray, and then tries to help you move. It's clear he's been talking to the statue for a little while. So what was I going to say? Cray, at a 23 insight, yeah, I mean, for all of her treachery, she's in a very perverse, lawful, neutral way, probably the least dishonest person you know. Like, she's this is the deal. She will do this for you. Just she will do what she says she's going to do if you say what you're going to do. She's always been, I mean, even if it's gold and highest bidder before, has always been, you uphold your end, I'll uphold mine. You pay gold, I will do this. I mean, as justified as you guys were, and you were justified, this all fell apart because you weren't team players with her deal. And that's, I mean, she'll make another deal with you. So, yeah. Cray, you know what I'm saying is, Cray, you would pick up that she would not betray you, but also is well aware that you guys have made a lot of threats on her, which she does not begrudge you. But she wants to be as safe from you as you are from her.
We can trust her, and I'll just say something to that effect, like, we can trust her about as much as we can throw her right now, and that's not very far, I know, but for this we can. As I'm like, trying to lift up Callista! God, I know she didn't have that much to eat!
Can we say that, like, maybe I would have, like, we would have pushed her closer to where Callista Crayon is?
Mm-hmm.
Because I do want to, as well, like, stay and keep her nearby. I want to pick up the gold from that little thing in the emeralds.
Mm-hmm.
The melted gold and emerald.
You can have about 10 gold, and you can have a small emerald. Yeah. I don't really know what emeralds do. I just know that this would have been in one. I know she would have had one, so I threw it there. I don't even know. I probably just, like, broke the game.
Okay. I'll take a look at Euphemian and say, do we risk going downstairs? Or do we finish this one off and just go get Callista's her potion at the academy?
Dengren says, "Can I say something, or are you going to kill me?"
Depends what you say.
There might be some search parties in a minute, because, and she just kicks the corpse of the queen in the side. Says, "Whatever you're going to do, you're going to do it, because I don't think you're going to camp out here." How much do you think her head will go for?
How much do you think your head will go for?
I'm not wanted anywhere around here.
Oh, I'm sure there's a lot of people who'd like to have a chance to kick you in the teeth, whether you're alive or dead. I don't know.
We make the oath.
She looks at you just sort of like, this body language of like, I'm listening.
You guide us safely to and from the potion. And in exchange, we promise your safety.
She looks at you. She eyes you up and down. She looks over at Kiki and Kraren for any sort of body language. Do you guys have anything to offer at the moment?
Nope.
Your safety for our safety.
She turns back at you, Femi, and says, I do everything to the best of my ability to keep you safe and get you down there, get you the cures, and get you out. And you do the best of your ability to keep me safe as if I was one of your friends. One of the ones that you can keep safe. Just to be clear, she's not arguing with you so much as like, oh, it's such serious business. She wants to get the wording just right.
So do we.
I want to make sure that we can guarantee that this ends as soon as we're back with Callista and we can administer her the potion. Callista's back, and then I snap her head off. I'm not going to tell her that, but that is my intention.
She's worded it like you ought to be invested in her safety. She didn't put a time limit, but if you want to counteroffer.
Yeah. I would like to throw in that clause that we get
the clause.
I was going to say.
That was not intentional, but I love it. We do get the potion. We come back to Callista and we're able to administer it, that no harm will come to Callista's statue either. And that maybe can we be guaranteed that we're not going to have the horde of those Amazonians waiting for us as soon as we're back up? I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there. I want to make sure that she has no fucking loophole, but that we can have one to our advantage to finish her off, or at least incapacitate her for us to get our asses off the island, back on the boat, and she can stay here and rot.
Well, if that's the offer, one second.
Somebody keep note of like how this oath goes, man.
It's like as if we should be recording this for future reference in some manner.
Totally unrelated,
YouTube.
but remember, we do have a YouTube channel.
I was
You can
gonna
check
say
that out
YouTube.
at youtube.com/@roll4bull.
Oh, you got it!
Yeah.
Woo!
All right. 1 second.
But we also
So
we would also need to rest before we attempt this, because
Oh yeah.
I don't want to go in half beaten. But she said that
it,
there'd be search parties coming out.
I mean, their queen went to negotiate with you and didn't come back. Their queen went to negotiate with people they knew were violent and then didn't come back at the scheduled time.
Okay,
It's gonna be.
before we
Mhm.
finalize the oath, I want to ask her, what makes you think they're not going to know something is wrong if you come back without the queen or any of her uh, party that came up with you to search for us?
I may be able to help with that. I'm gonna find one of the Amazons that died.
Mhm.
Oh, we're gonna make a pate.
I'm going to cast a couple of fire bolts at it just to completely eliminate any kind of identity,
Mhm.
and then I'm going to. Um, I'm not going to do it now, but I should be able
Mhm.
to change my shape to look like them.
Wonderful. So she would swear an oath to do her best of her ability to get you down there, get you the potions, get you out, and safely get it to Callista to the best of her ability. Because she's not going to get, dragged to hell or whatever like that because you guys locked her in a room and technically voided the contract. Um, what is your side of the bargain? I need to know the actual final wording.
So she will get us down there
Mm-hmm.
and back to Callista safely
Mm-hmm.
to the best of her ability,
Mm-hmm.
um, without communicating in any way to hamper our cause.
She won't cause you any. She won't undermine you. We can
Yeah.
just put it that way.
And in return, we will do our best to ensure her safety in as much as we would take care of someone that was our friend.
Fatima wants to
You,
roll an insight check.
she, Roland said, I love
Oh,
this.
I like
She,
it up to a point, Euphemian. At some point, this has to end.
Returning to
why?
Callista.
Return to Callista. Gotcha. Crayorin's grumpy, so he can't think right now.
Dingren looks at you and goes, all right, whose hand am I shaking?
I'll do it.
Reaches, grabs your hand, and the golden ethereal magic of Thylia and the Fates winds around both of you as if a rope, forming, tying your hands together for a moment, washing the magic through both of your arms and up into you until it fades away. And she looks at you guys and goes, all right, first things first. You're not bringing any guys in there unless they're prisoners and they're fucking silent. And turns and looks at Krarin.
Till we get there. Then mouth is zipped.
And she goes, she looks around and goes, I need to, bends down and goes through like and sort of rummages through the corpse of Thessalia and grabs like this dagger and goes, sure, okay. Walks over and goes over to like some of the ground, starts to like carve, like sort of like draw into the ground like some crude lines, and basically goes, it's about 3 or 4 floors. It's a prison. It's also their barracks. It's where the royalty stays. They only have the one building on the island, and they hide it down there to keep it secret. She draws it and she says, "They keep basilisks in there. They keep prisoners in there. Only saw one prisoner right now, but they have a fucking Hydra. They said something to get it to stop attacking us. I don't know what it was. Went down there. Queen's at the base. Queen was at the lowest floor in her chambers. Her sister's and she looks up at Kiki almost with this mischievous, like, shit-eating grin and says, "Entertaining guests. Don't get a lot of men on this island. They have to make use of them while they're here." And she looks around and she looks down and says, "They got prisoners." And then they rest there. That's about it. Those statues outside, most of them are people. It's a warning. Some of them, and she draws 2 X's and she goes, some of them are something else. So be careful about that too. A lot of stuff they had to disable to bring me in. I went down to the base and I told them about you. Told them there are enemies of them here. And that I would give them information in exchange for gold. They paid me. They paid me for that. Needed me for more. Told them to help out for that, but now the queen's fucking dead, so that's shot. I can make up some bullshit about bringing you there. Well, you have some sort of magic. Looks Euphemian.
I can make myself look like one of them. But if they're going to
That's
assume
weird.
that I need a password, I won't be able to give it.
Well, that's your problem. I'm still keeping it up because that's the best I can do. The two of you looks at Cray and Kiki and goes, "Unless that one can pass herself off as wanting to join." Well, she might be able to do that, but he's going into the prison cell. Points to Craven, says, "No other way around that." So we have to break him out on the way out, which shouldn't be too hard compared to everything else. Looks up and says, "That's the best of my ability." Holds her hands out, like almost like showing her skin and showing, like, sort of exposing herself and saying, "I'm still here."
I don't know what our chances are if I have to be in a prison and I can't be there to help.
Frankly, if we have to get into any sort of fight, I don't think our chances are very good either way.
We can't just stealth in, can we? Doesn't sound like it.
It's all pretty much just a couple hallways, stairs. Some of the rooms is only one way in and out.
What if we were to take... What if I were to become the queen?
Aren't you a little short to be a Medusa?
I can correct that. There shouldn't be any problem with that. The only thing... If I pretend that I am incapacitated somehow, they may rush us in, bring us to the Queen's quarters.
That could work. How's your acting?
As good as anyone's. Good enough to be mostly unconscious and injured. The only thing is we probably want to hide the corpse.
Take a holding.
We could chop it up. Bury it in a couple different places. We could maybe feed it to some of the animals around here. Probably some lions or something that we could throw it to.
We don't have time if there's going to be search parties coming after us.
It's not hard to chop up and hide a body.
I wouldn't know. I haven't had to chop them up.
Okay.
I can do it.
Is there a river or anything nearby?
There can be.
Or a lake?
I would say there'd be like a small lake. Yeah.
Or even how far are we from the coast?
Pretty far because you guys stayed out like. Oh no, wait, to the east coast? Not that far, really.
Throw her into the ocean? Wait her
We can
down?
do that. She goes, that could work. You think that you think it was one murder or like 12 or she like jabs at one of the snakes with her dagger?
I think it only counts for one.
Alright. Well, we could take it to the lake. Or honestly, he's just gonna fuck it up anyway. It looks at Crayrin and says, you could just be in charge of not being down there. Get rid of the body.
Do that.
There. Let me make the load a little easier for you to carry, Cray. I'll take out my great axe, my axe of Xander. I'm gonna chop off the queen's head, put it in my bag of holding. So I got 2 Medusa heads. Well, a basilisk head and a Medusa head.
The collection.
Yep.
We've also got
Yep.
Like
Gaz's
this,
head.
this. I like how
And
this is like
Gaz's head in there. Yeah.
the very. You got 3 heads. I like it was like started off like, how dare you suggest that I would ever put Bulbug's head in here, and now it's like Pokemon.
Gotta collect them all.
Yeah. What was it?
Kiki's prepared at the first opportunity she needs to give head.
I don't know where to go with that moment. So Dingrin says, all right, so we take you 2 down, and we maybe leave him with that. Points to Craven and then Callista statue.
Keep her
Take a
safe.
squirrel with you at least.
Arcus goes, what squirrel? And Dingrin goes, you? And Arcus goes, yeah! Just like turns into a squirrel and hides and runs up on, sort of nuzzles on Callista's neck again, suddenly realizing that he's a gnome again. He's only got so many wild shapes, and he's gonna burn through them in an afternoon.
Well, he just has to stop switching out of it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Someone needs to get that squirrel therapy.
I'm trying to be a therapist once. Didn't work. Ingrid sort of looks off in the distance. What?
Okay. Okay, so we're just going right in here? Like, we there's no chance of being able to take any type of rest, I suppose, looking at Euphemian.
I mean, even at this point, short rest might be the best that we can get. How badly off are you right now?
Me, I'm at 47 of 73.
Okay.
How many rages do you have left?
1.
I can't remember. Did I use that yet?
I could regain 1d10 plus 2 HP if we do take a short rest at some point. I can take my second win and get a few hit points back, but
Where is it? Huh. It's
What's
weird.
up? You lost something?
Yeah, I get the ability normally to cast Healing Word for free. I can't see if I've used it or not. Features and traits, maybe?
Yeah, like you said, things
I
have gotten
haven't.
moved around.
So I'm going to cast Healing Word on Dengrin.
Oh wow. How much is it healed for?
Not a lot. Give me just a sec. 5.
Wow.
And then I'm going to touch Kiki. I'm going to use my Lay on Hands, and I'm going to give Kiki 4.
Oh, thank you.
Wonderful.
Before we go in as well, I'm carrying 10 potions of healing. I'm going to offer one to the squirrel, to Harkis, because I know he got hurt. I think he was quite badly off.
You give it to Harkis, and he just sort of downs it and just sort of like leans back and falls over drinking this. You can roll. How much is it?
Does his little belly go up like he's all full?
Oh yeah. It's 2d4 plus 2, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you.
I'll use one of my own as well.
Good
4.
lord.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and take one for me as well.
Mhm.
I get 7. I don't know. Did you want me to roll for Harkis, or did you roll for him?
I rolled for Harkis. He covered 8.
Okay.
Do you think you can spare one for me?
Yes. I'll give another one to Prey.
I want to take a moment and say I want to apologize for that line with the referring to the queens of the Amazons and the prisoners. There's some world building in the book that I don't like. I tried to address it myself and I phrased it really poorly, and I'm going to come back and re-elaborate on that a little bit later and address that, because I don't like what I set up there, and I don't think it was what I want in my story. I'm just putting it out there because I saw a couple reactions when I said it, and I don't like it either. So I just wanted to put that out there right now. If you know what I'm talking about, you know. If you don't know, we'll just move on.
Do you need a potion of healing, Euphemian?
No, I've still got a few.
Okay.
All right. So, the plan: Cray hanging back, you two going in, Euphemian in disguise.
Yeah.
Kiki, what is your plan? How are you carrying yourself?
What I was thinking was that I will be passed out. I will be basically unconscious, or acting there as.
Mm-hmm.
I will cast Alter Self on myself to look like the queen.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get Kiki to carry me.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I like that. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Tammy's mom. Thank you, Fatima.
Do you think it'd be best if I carry you in my arms like this, or like having you on my back and dragging you that way? I want to be able to give you the most maximum type of spring into action kind of thing. I don't know.
Just across your arms, I guess. So I'm going to...
This is fantastic.
Just before we go down, just to maximize the amount of time that we have, before we're sort of in range, I'm going to cast Alter Self, and I'm going to turn myself into the queen.
Wonderful. 1 second. Give me one moment. So, Yeah, you guys are at the entrance to here. Cray, you'll be disposing of the body. We'll come back to you later. You two get to the entrance at the top of the stairs, and let's do a map change. If I am
Ooh.
correct, can you guys see the whole
one other
map?
thing.
Can you guys see the whole map?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, look away.
Ah!
Okay.
I'm gonna fix this stupid thing.
Ah! Didn't see a thing.
I don't know why it had it set up like that. All right, go on.
Given that Bib is intangible, could I
Uh-huh.
put him away inside me?
Oh.
So I've
I-
just got Bib in like my chest.
Sure, sure. I don't really understand how to work with that. Callista and Cray, can you see what Euphemian and Kiki see? Like, can you
Yeah,
see downstairs? Okay.
Oh.
Because you're going to be looking a lot at the interview for a little while. So you guys at the statue here. So you have Bib in your chest. So you guys are at the top of the stairs going down lower. What was it?
Should I bring this up on
Once
the
again.
overlay?
Sure.
See how much
New
we can
map.
actually see.
New map. Totally. We're always excited about new maps.
No, that's usually scary.
I like the art. The art on the maps are pretty dope, man.
Right now, it's kind of looking scary.
Okay. So, you're at the top of the stairs, and Ingrid goes, "Remember, you do what I say. I swore an oath. I'm not gonna fuck you over. Don't fuck me over."
I'll-
You okay, Majesty? We're
Oh,
gonna
that's right. You're the
die.
queen, not just an Amazon.
We're gonna fucking die. She walks and leads you down. And as you come down, she runs in and runs down the stairs and just shouts back at you quickly, "This way, this way!" Leading you. And as I assume you're carrying Euphemia down the stairs.
Yes.
You go down and you burst down and you get down the first room and you see immediately two Amazonian warriors standing guard, and they stand at attention and hold out their spears at Dengrin right away. And she goes, "Fucking idiots! I'm here with her," and gestures back to what was it, to Kiki, holding Queen Thessalia. Is there anything that you two want to do at this moment?
I'm going to play dead.
I don't know what's wrong with her. I don't even know if she's still breathing. I was just told to pick her up.
What was it? And she and they said, and you were not disguised as an Amazon, right, Kiki?
No, I'm just
Okay.
me.
And they say, "Who are you?" And Dean Green goes, she's a refugee here. She was trying to help when those bastards turned on her. We only have the queen. We got to get her downstairs." And they look at her suspiciously. "Is there anything that you want to do? I'm about to make a persuasion check unless you want to do something."
Me?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just gonna look like clueless. Like I don't know what's going on. Like I'm not trying to portray anything other than I've got this. I don't know if it's a dead woman in my arms right now. Like I literally don't know what's
Wonderful.
going on and what to do.
Wonderful. So they what was it? They look, and Dan Green goes, "You want to sort this, or you want to save the queen?" And they sort of turn. And I'm gonna have them make. I'm gonna have Dingrid make a persuasion check with advantage. A deception check with advantage. And rolling in at an 18, the guards turn and look, and they walk to the door. One of them knocks on the door, opens it, and lets you in. As they open it, the players become aware of why I was nervous about this level. I'll move your characters in, but you see immediately this pin of about 4 basilisks and another Amazonian warrior woman who was watching over them stand up. And Dingrin goes, "Let them through. The queen's in danger." And they and she sort of looks and doesn't know what to do. Dingrin goes, "You're fucking worthless," and just leads down the stairs. Are you following her?
Yes.
All right. Let me see here. You guys get downstairs over here, if you want to move the camera, Reed. You guys get downstairs over here to the 2nd floor. You get here, you get the gates, you walk over. As you get this far, Dingrin stops and gives you the signal. Like, says, "Here's where it gets tricky." And you see this hallway, which I'll move you in just to peek ahead, that spirals and goes off in 3 different directions. The doors are closed over here.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's 2 paths, one west and one south. And you see a bunch of holes, like a lot of holes in the wall that go further into some other room. And Dingrin goes, "Yeah, this is the place. You gotta know the word. I wasn't paying attention. It was something about Lutheria." Bree, everyone's still alive. Callista got turned into a statue. So we're trying to save that. Anyway, so she pulls you up here. Dingrin's here, and she's like, and she tells you, she says, there's a password here. Something about Lutheria. She looks at each of you and goes, "Unless you're just feeling brave."
Should we do a poll with the audience about what words it could be?
Do we recall having heard anything? Wait, did we didn't get the crown back from Cray because Cray had picked it up, eh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, you can get creative. You can guess. You can try and find some other way, but I don't think you've heard it before.
Am I'm not currently under direct.
No.
Get one of the gods.
Okay. From the previous room.
And we kill one of the guards?
Just
I can do that.
Get them to bring you past.
And Dingrin looks at Kiki and says, and just looks at you, sort of like, "Well, are you doing it or am I doing it?"
Sorry, what?
Euphemian was suggesting that you guys find a guard to help you past.
Okay, so I'll have heard Euphemian. I'll say that to Dangrin. Get one of the guard in the previous room to bring you past, because obviously you only passed here the one time. You wouldn't be expected to know the word, right?
That's fair. Don't fuck anything up. And he looks over. She looks over at the door over here and says, "It's the prison that way. Door was open last time. Things went well. That's where the other one would be." And he goes upstairs for a minute. Do you guys want to do anything while you're downstairs?
So I'm going to be as injured looking as possible.
Good. Kiki, got anything?
I'm just gonna kind of have leaned against the wall, like just looking like the way I would be if I literally were who I'm pretending to be.
Yeah. This is the thing.
Kinda,
This is the thing.
Re-grab the body and like reshuffle or wait.
This is the thing that's crazy about this level is like if you do it as intended and just like fight your way all the way through it, 2 Amazons followed by an Amazon and 4 basilisks followed by a Hydra. I'm like, what the fuck? Anyway.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, Dinkin comes back with a single Amazon guard with you, who comes over and says, "Right, I forgot you're new here." She goes, "Yeah, I'm fucking new here. Open this up." As the guard goes to the gate, goes over the area, you hear, what was it? Let me double check something. 1 second. The guard comes over here and steps around this area, like sort of careful not to step in the middle of this plate, and then walks over and says, "By the grace of Lutheria, let us pass." And you hear these several beasts just let out these snorts and growls as they move further into the shadows. And the guard goes, "All right, go." And Dingrin, or Euphemia and Kiki, you hear a whisper and goes, Dingrin goes, "So we done with them?" And you see her thumbing the hilt of her knife.
No, let's not draw any extra attention.
All right. All right, so which way are you guys? Oh, no, she would know. Let me see. She would know the right way down.
I'm hoping so.
Down the hole.
Wait, this map isn't making sense to me now. Okay. Oh, that's why it doesn't make sense. Okay. So I made a mistake. It doesn't affect the gameplay at all. But you come up from this way, not the other one.
Oh,
And the other staircase is up here. It literally doesn't affect anything about what you guys have done so far. It's just I'm clarifying for my own notes.
Okay.
You came down the bottom right staircase, and then you go through the top right staircase.
Okay.
So let me do that. Oh, you're in the ocean. No. No. Being weird. She brings you down stairs here. She brings you downstairs here. And as you're walking down the stairs into the dark, Prey, what are you doing right now?
I'm disposing of the body.
Mm-hmm.
And while I'm doing that, I kind of do it kind of regretfully, knowing that this woman was someone that my aunt used to love. But she's gone now, so I just kind of, stiff upper lip, dispose of the body. And then I'd like to kind of clean up the crime scene, like try to not make it look like a huge struggle, like enough of a struggle, but I want to hide Callista's body somehow. Like I want you to foliage or something. I don't know.
I want you to roll a stealth check.
25.
25. Yeah, you're able to hide this scene. I think you'd even be able to, like, maybe eventually drag the statue and move it out of sight, or like somewhere sort of where it wouldn't draw attention, because there would be statues intermittently throughout the island.
Right.
So you could probably like put it somewhere like, somewhere that they wouldn't think about too much.
Okay.
While you're doing it,
she'll be able to have moved it only like a foot over from where it was.
Hey, no.
They won't see it now.
Listen, it's on the other side of the dock. It's fine. Whatever.
While
Yes.
you're while you're moving it, what was it? The Harkus is on top of the statue shouting encouragement. And
Thanks, buddy.
yeah, you were able to move this and hide this. Where do you want to go right now?
Well, I would
Or do you
like
want
to
to just
try.
do you want to leave what we discussed?
Yeah, I'd like to try if I can to follow down, but I don't think Cray knows danger enough that if he's looking and he can't get past,
Mm-hmm.
he's probably going to abort.
Okay.
I don't know. We're on an island off of the island, I think, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
we had to take a boat to go across. I don't know if there's a way for me to, I don't know, swim across or something because I
Yeah,
have
you can swim across. You're very athletic.
Okay. So, knowing that, oh, I don't know if I should go head back to the ship to get reinforcements. Bullbug might be good.
Bullbug's a dude.
Yeah. Well, I can put boobs on him or something.
All
We
boobs.
definitely don't have any women on board. You could just
No.
default to.
Yeah.
The only solution.
I don't know how much time this takes though for Cray to get rid of the body and do all that. So I don't know. Depending on the time, I guess Cray would decide what to do at that point.
Okay, so we'll come back to that. We'll come back to your decision-making process.
Mhm.
And one second. So what was I gonna say? So Cray has a decision to make. As I believe night begins to fall, making a decision. Someone else on the island of Themis, above ground, is also making a decision and taking action, and will be known very soon to Cray and Callista. But we'll come back to that, because downstairs, through the over here in the top room, the Hall of Honors, resting area for some of the most highly ranked Amazons, as well as medals and trophies won in battle adorning the walls. And past there into this room, I would lead. Sorry, 1 second. Into this room, Dingren leads you all and says, "Hurry onto the bed." And as they do, you see another Medusa Queen with a crown on, fall back and sort of pull this blanket up, and you see this elven man sort of fall back next to her, and the two of them look at each other and look at you, and Dingren goes, "On the bed," and points to the space. Kiki, do you want to put Thessalia on there?
Yes, I'm gonna go to make do to put her on the bed and lay her on the bed. Move! Ready.
You should do that. Fatima will answer in a second. Just that you lay the bed on the bed, and as you do, the other Medusa lady looks and lets the sheet fall, and she looks down at this Thessalia and says, "What happened to my sister?" And looks up at Kiki and Dingren, and looks at Dingren with absolute fury. "What did you do?" Dingren goes, "Wasn't my fault." Kiki, is there anything that you want to do right now?
It's a group of people. There was a fight. I just came upon everybody here, and Some ran away, some were dead. I was just told to pick up the body. She's a queen? You're a queen? I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I don't even know if she's still alive.
And she sort of puts one leg out, sits at a bed and stands up, walks over, and you see a couple other attendants. You see those two little goatlings, like the two little prankster goatlings from the woods that shout like horrible insults and stuff. And she looks at them and she gestures a hand, and they run out of the room to go get some sort of treatment, some sort of healing or something. Run out, and this Medusa looks at them and looks at Kiki and says, "Who are you?" Dingrin says, "Refugee." And the Medusa holds up her hand and says, "Who are you?"
I'm just nobody. I was on a ship, and these people were trying to like make me a slave. I don't know what the hell they were trying to want to do for me, but I just had to get off the ship. So I saw that Dengrin came off the ship, and I followed, and then I got lost in the woods, and then I came across all this blood and bodies everywhere, and then I saw Dengrin, so I asked her what the hell was going on, and then she was freaked out, and then she's like just telling me to pick up this woman and to follow her.
Dingrin
And
goes.
I just followed.
Dingrin says, "Yeah." And Medusa Lady looks at you. I want you to roll a performance check with advantage.
Oh God.
Roll high.
Oh please,
Roll
please,
high.
please, please. Performance.
Oh,
It's a 19.
She looks at you and looks at Dengrin and says, "Well, then if you answer to Dengrin, Dengrin's your boss." Turns and looks back at Dengrin and says, "I'm holding you accountable. If anything happens to her, I will shatter you." Dengrin goes, "Fair." And she looks at Kiki and says, "I have some questions for you." As the door opens and the goatlings come in and bring healing potions to offer to Euphemian, and will fade out there for now. Prayerin, is there any other thing you'd like to add, or are you good?
it's night now, hey?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, little buddy. We gotta rest. We gotta be safe. But I might send you back to the ship to get reinforcements, okay? I can swim us across.
Talking to Harkus?
Yeah.
Harkus sort of sits up at attention. Very, very excited that you're talking to him, but it's very hard to tell whether he understands what you're saying.
I'll give him a little like high five, just thinking that he thinks he knows. That he understands.
He goes up
what I
and
said.
paws your hand with both of his hands.
Sweetie.
I want a pet squirrel now.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't.
Do you want to send him to go to the ship?
If it's starting to get nightfall, it seems safe enough for me to move over and do so.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try to swim across the channel and send him across.
You send him to the Dryad.
Yeah, back to the Dryad for reinforcements if I can.
Roll an animal handling check.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I think I'm being fair.
You're trying to get a squirrel to do something.
Oh fuck, 7.
He chirps in agreement and runs off.
Oh fuck. I hope you don't die.
As you
Bring
go
back a seashell.
and get ready to sneak your way into the chamber below, Callista, in the shadow of your mind. All that you can see are your dreams. You are by yourself in those dreams. Where is that right now?
I think Callista's dreams would take her back to the emptiness that was coming home to an empty village.
Mm-hmm.
I think she would feel that same hit of being completely isolated. And I think
And
she
you're-
would just kind of be stuck in that moment.
And you look around this empty village, and you hear one door creak open. And when you turn, you see what you can swear is your old house, that only remember faintly. That memory that only seems to happen in dreams. And you hear this voice that says, Callie? Callie? You're so very far from home. Is there anything you want to do?
I'll turn and see if I can spot someone.
You see the silhouette of a woman in a gown, in a shroud, walking into the house.
Follow.
You walk into the house, and it seems like it's almost memories of your home, almost smeared. There's a table where you used to have breakfast with your family way too wide and bent at weird angles. And you see a large staircase leading up to a single chair where one of your parents probably sat and read stories. You see a fireplace that's crackling, but the fire is not moving. You hear this voice at the table that says, this shroud sort of at this area washing or chopping food. And the shrouded woman says, Callie, you wandered so far from home. And the face emerges from the shroud without turning around. Their figure pushes through the shroud almost. And you see, taller than they were before, this large blonde woman with one eye in the middle, and just this salacious look on her face, grinning, as she holds this this crystal knife that she was using. And Lutheria says, "And what have we learned when you deny your true home and your true nature?" We can fade out there for now. Elsewhere on the island of Themis, in the prison underneath the island, there is a woman silently sitting and waiting. Allie, do you want to describe your new character now or next session?
Next session.
See you then.
Fuck! Woo! That's amazing. Holy shit!
I got chills. What the hell?
I love it. I love
Mm.
it. I love it
Thank
so
you guys. Thank you so much for coming to this stream. We
I
hope you
knew it!
enjoyed it. We
Ugh!
have so much to do. The party is split more than they've ever been.
Yeah.
This is a more split party than I've ever run, ever. Two of you, then Cray, then Callista, then Allie's new character, then your ally split somewhere else. Oh,
Fuck, with an animal handling of 7, forget it.
Be sure to follow. We'll be back next week, you lovely, beautiful people. Every one
Oh,
of you is
man.
amazing. Does anybody have any closing announcements or anything?
Fuck, that was awesome.
I think
Go check out our merch.
merch.
Yeah.
Beautiful stuff. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. It fits so nice.
Mhm.
This is not the label. It's not like an iron-on cheapy thing. It's not gonna like flake off after one wash.
Mhm.
It is so soft and comfortable. The t-shirts are wonderful. I love the raglan shirt. The sleeves are amazing. Honestly, like this is really good quality stuff. So if you're thinking about it, don't think about it anymore. Just do.
Wonderful. I love it. I love
This
it.
is so nice. This is so nice.
Believe me, I have burnt my tongue many times when I thought it was cold or gotten colder, and it has not after 4 or 5 hours of putting the liquid in the bottle. So it is a very good bottle.
It stays fridge cold all night till the next morning and then some. So
Mhm.
it's worth it. It's
Hot and
really
cold,
good quality.
baby. That's how we
Yes.
run.
I'm so glad.
Oh yeah.
Bree, thank you for the bits. Thank you. That's so sweet of you.
Oh,
Thank
thank
You guys?
you.
We'll be back next week. I'm going to go for now, but you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for this.
Wonderful.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Bye.
Be
you.
well.
Bye.
Bye.